Hello everybody, Marc here for Gentleman Masterclass. I know it's been an absolute long time since the last time that you guys have seen me on camera. I'm out here today feeling a little bit scruffy and I thought I would give something back to the channel. When I first established this channel back in, I believe it were January 2016, it was purely all shaving videos back at that point in time. And I thought I would just make this quick video to give something back to the community that helped me start this channel. And the reason that I'm making this video is because about maybe half a month ago, I had picked up some new apparatus and I thought, hey, while I got it, I might as well just show it off to you guys. So let's go ahead and show it off. This first thing is a little Wahl shaver clippers that you could buy from Ross. That's exactly where I picked these up. I believe I paid about 22 bucks for them, if memory serves me correct. It might be cheaper in your part of the United States, but being that I am in the most expensive state there is, Hawaii, with all the additional shipping that is going from mainland to island, and then from Oahu to outer islands, the price just gets astronomical. But this cost me $22 US. I don't even know the name of this. The model number on this is 9893LP. I do believe I had taken some photos of the box that this came in so that you guys can find this one in particular. It has a proprietary charger on the bottom. Now you could put this, it has a proprietary part here, but then the other part can go into a wall charger, USB type C, I believe it is. But I don't know why they didn't just put a USB type C on the bottom of this, or why they put this proprietary thing. Well, I kind of got a good idea why. Because you only get one of those cables. If it's damaged or if you lose it, then you have no way of charging this, and then you have to go out and buy another one. But that's not what I'm going to do. But I did need this at the time that I bought it. And let's show you guys what this is like. You guys are going to be in for a little bit of a close-up there. Let's turn this bad boy on. Now all I'm trying to do is just shave this. I don't want to talk with this thing running. All I want to do is just shave this and get it more manageable so that I can come in with a cartridge razor and shave this off. Now, I'm not finished shaving. I'm going to continue to go at it. But what I was going to say is, if you have like some Wahl magic clips that you actually use for cutting your hair, maybe that would do exactly the same thing as these. The problem with these is that even though you're saving money, you're only paying 22 bucks, but probably for you cheaper, like I mentioned before. This, you cannot adjust the height, so to speak, on this. So, you can't make it a closer shave or further shave away. Or if you want to, this is only one level of shaving. And with the Wahl Magic Clips, you have so many different levels on there. So, you can have your beard a lot more thicker and fuller, but you could keep it more well maintained. And this is just one level only. It's just take it down as much as it possibly can. And this is not even a so-called a zero gap where you're going to get a super close shave where you could shave all of that off and not really leave any stubble there. There will be some stubble, but you can get it, as close to your face as you possibly can, with this being what it is. And that's what I'm trying to do at the immediate moment. Now this doesn't have to be perfect. Just getting this good enough so that I can come in and clean up some more later. All right, so that is good enough, especially if you're just trying to go out to the supermarket or something and you haven't shaved in a while, you've just been a homebody and haven't gotten out much. You just take that and you just clean yourself up a little bit, and you got a little bit of a shadow there, some stubble, which still kind of looks nice in and of itself, but I want that super clean shave look, so we're gonna use a cartridge razor here to take this down to absolute zero. And what this is what I really wanted to show off on this channel. I came from Japan to Hawaii, and I'm just jumping islands here doing business. I'm mostly staying on the big island of Hawaii, but right now I am on Maui, and I will be on Maui for about roughly 2 weeks, so I just needed to bring something with me. Nothing extravagant. I bought this cartridge razor out of Walmart. This is Harry's. Now, I did some checking on the internet, Harry's versus Dollar Shave Club, because I was just trying to get the cheapest thing possible that was not necessarily the little plastic throwaway razors. I was trying to get something a little bit more higher quality than that. And I was going to go with Dollar Shave Club because I thought it would just be good enough, but you know, the price was so close between Harry's and Dollar Shave Club, with Harry's being a little bit more expensive. I wanted to know what was the difference. So before I made my purchase, I went out there on the internet, Reddit, all these different websites, checking the comparisons. And the consensus is that Dollar Shave Club used to be very good back some time ago. I don't know when this all changed, whenever they got sued. But it turns out that Dollar Shave Club were stealing their cartridge designs from Gillette. And that's why they shave so good. And then Gillette caught wind of them stealing their proprietary design. And I think they put in a lawsuit. And although that did not drive Dollar Shave Club out of business, they did have to change the cartridge heads to one of their own design, and now everybody is complaining and saying that Dollar Shave Club used to be the greatest thing on earth. What happened to them? Because a lot of people don't know that they were sued actually, but they were sued, and now everybody's complaining. They used to be so good before, and now it's just crap, and it tugs my hair, and it doesn't cut as good. It's not as sharp. Everybody's saying all the bad things, all the negative things about it, and it's just not good. And if you look at recent comparisons between Harry's and Dollar Shave Club, without a shadow of a doubt, Harry's is gonna win over 90% of the time inside of those head-to-head comparisons, unless somebody had, you're looking at reviews like pre-2017 or something like that. I can't remember when the lawsuit happened, but before they switched, right? Then everybody would probably say that Dollar Shave Club was better. But we're living in the reality now and in the now, so it is Harry's. I bought a lot of additional stuff from Walmart. I bought some shave cream, which I can't even remember the brand off the top of head that I bought for the shave cream, and I accidentally left it on Big Island. I don't have that with me. So I'm just gonna use a bar of soap and some hot water, lather up my face, get it all nice and moist, and use this for the slickness just so that I can shave. But I will leave, a little something down there on the screen and probably inside the description of the shave gel that I use. It was cheap and it is really slick and it works really good. So I would like to recommend that to use, just I don't remember the name. The other thing that I bought, actually for the first time in my life, you know, I either put on some aftershave cologne, like I love Old Spice, that's my go-to, or I just put on straight alcohol, you know. And it's like alcohol that's probably like 70%, right? And it does the trick perfectly for my aftershave. When I bought this new shave cream gel, then I bought some witch hazel for the first time, and I used that. Works as great as alcohol does. It has a very astringent smell to it. It doesn't smell like alcohol. There is no alcohol in witch hazel, but it has like a very rough smell to it, a very unique smell that I've never smelled before, because I've never used witch hazel before, but it has a very unique smell that is going to be, it's going to be something. But I recommend that you guys get that, because a bottle of that will go an absolute long way. I could see that stuff lasted for years. For how much that you, after a shave, how much you're going to put on your hands, on your palms, and then you rub your palms together, and then you start rubbing your face. Man, it's going to take years to use up a bottle of that. So it will go a long way. And I do have a bottle of that, but I did not bring that with me to Maui as well. So all I have is just this bar of soap, those clippers, and this with the cartridge razor on top. I'm just going to lather up with some soap, hot water, shave, and then, you know, I have nothing to put on for aftershave. I guess I could put some body lotion or something. I don't know, but you know, it is what it is. But let's go ahead and let's get into this shave. I'm going to put this camera down. Let's see if I can adjust this to look at me. All right, I really want to get this thing set perfect. Not too high, not too low. So we're looking pretty good right now. Let this water get heated up a little bit. It's really taking its time. In the meantime, well, I would rather be rubbing hot water on my face, but this is what I gotta do. All right, it's heating up. So a little bit of that. We're gonna fill our sink basin up with some water. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop this down inside of my sink just so that that's already nice and hot. Get my neck. And let's go ahead and lather up. Nothing special, just like this. I've done this before. If it wasn't gonna be soap, it was gonna be shampoo. It all works the same to me. Really work that inside of there. Get that chin. Let's get this excess off my hands. And let's start shaving. Now, I do want to review this. This is a review of this razor on camera. This is my second time using this blade. I had already went through one blade and threw that away. And this is the second blade that came in the package. Now, when this thing is brand new, it works extremely good. And in fact, the very first shave that I ever had with this razor and this cartridge that comes with it, the actual Harry's cartridge, not another brand attached to it, I nicked myself because it was so sharp. It was a small nick, but it was a nick. And I don't nick myself with cartridges often at all. So two things there. You just got to be a little bit careful with it, not to put too much pressure, because, you know, it does all the work. It will cut the hair. And it is nice and sharp when you first start using it. And it cuts close when the blade is fresh. But there is a caveat to all of this, which I'm getting ready to talk about right now. I think I can bring that down just a little bit more. There we go. Those caveats being, I think these cartridges dull just a little bit faster than those from Gillette, which I mostly use. And not only do they dull a little bit faster, but, you know, obviously with that, you know, they're not as sharp, as long, and you got to throw them away a lot sooner. The other thing I noticed is that this is the next negative, is that while this thing doesn't catch hair and tug, okay, it's not catching my hairs and it's not tugging the hairs on my neck or on my chin, anything like that. A lot of hairs do get caught inside of that blade area. Even you run it under hard running water, it doesn't discharge those hairs. And after you use it so many times, it's going to have a collection of hairs caught in between these blades that you had shaven off prior. And you don't want to be rubbing those things on your skin again, scratching your skin. But those hairs are still in there inside of this cartridge. Like I just brushed that inside the water pretty good. This is my only second time using this. I hope this is very clear. But if you guys could see, there's like, I'm looking here inside of this area. You know, it has some hairs that are just stuck in there. And you're just running those things across your face, depending on their length, the thickness of your hair. You know, I'm a brother, so I have very thick hair, more than a Caucasian person, and certainly thicker than an Asian. When you have thick hair and it's inside of this blade, you know, you're running this thing across your face, kind of poking yourself and scratching yourself a little bit with those things still inside of there. Because there's no space in between these blades for it to discharge. So that's the problem. That is the problem. But my face hasn't been too irritant after shaving with this. Not in a lot of pain or anything like that. I'm just letting you know that those hairs get stuck inside of there. And this is what it looks like right now. Run that under the water, and then you guys can see what it is. But in terms of the closeness, smoothness, looks real good, man. All right, all I did was just trim up around my lip line. Running on my chin one last time. And reverse way on my neck, reverse on my face. Looking real good, man. I needed that. My face was feeling kind of itchy, so I got all spots. Nothing crazy left behind. And that's pretty much it. Let me show you guys the close-up. Hope you guys can see this. Hold on. Here's my left cheek. Right cheek. You guys can see my chin. That was a really smooth shave for me, and I think this works really good. The price is way cheaper than Gillette, just a little bit more expensive than Dollar Shave Club. You will have to replace the blades a lot more than Gillette. Not a lot more, but just a little bit quicker. And you guys can do the mathematics on whether or not you think you're saving in the long run for how often you have to exchange the blades, which are still cheaper. So, you know, it is kind of a balancing act, but it's okay. I try to always stretch and get the most out of them that I possibly can. I think I'm just estimating right now. I don't remember how many shaves I actually did with that first cartridge that I had inside of there. But I think something like maybe 10 shaves might be enough, and then you really need to start thinking about throwing away a blade. And even 10 is me really stretching it as much as you possibly can. But that is what it is, and that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Anyways, I would like to thank you guys for watching this episode of Gentleman Masterclass. I know it's been about a year since I've been here. This is not even the content that I wanted to return to this channel with. You know, I am a deeply spiritual man, and I am stronger inside of my faith in 2025 than I have ever been in my entire life. And I continue to grow inside of my faith more and more. My Christian faith, I need to add that out there, because it's not just any old thing that I'm involved with. I believe in Jesus Christ as my Savior, and I wanted to talk about more spiritual things on this channel. And that's probably the way that this channel is going to be leading forward. But I just wanted to give something back to the people that helped me build it. And I'm probably going to scare away a lot of old-time subscribers. I got about 50,000 subscribers on this channel. I'm probably going to scare away a lot of people that are atheists or agnostic, or, you know, just talking about faith and afterlife and all that stuff scares them in general, right? I don't think they're going to stick around with me for too much longer, but that's okay. I don't care if I lose 49,999 subscribers and I keep one that is really in tune with what I'm doing. That would matter to me the most. That's who my core audience is and who I want to talk to. Those that are willing to listen and are looking for some help in this life. And that's why I'm here. Anyways, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. God bless you. Salute to you wherever you may be out inside the world, and I will see you guys in the next one. And until next time, peace. I'm out.